Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. Today, I'm doing something a little bit different. As you can see, I have another screen right on the right where I'm sharing the news, some celebrity news today. And let's just get started right now, okay? I know you all heard about Kelly Rowland. Now, I actually haven't seen all of these stories. We're looking at them together. Okay, so Miss Kelly Rowland from Destiny's Child. We love Kelly Rowland. Okay. Well, it says that Rita Ora actually ended up replacing her. It says that she confirmed that she had to step in to co host the Today Show last minute because Kelly Rowland backed out over issues with her dressing room. And there are people calling Kelly Rowland a diva. Look, Kelly Rowland has always had a really good reputation. She's like a really big sweetheart. She doesn't get into any trouble. I've never heard anybody say anything bad about Kelly Rowland. But now that this has happened, some people are talking, okay? So apparently, it was about the dressing room again. And this automatically made me think about Monique and Taraji P. Henson when they said, how black actresses are treated and how the sets can be really bad. Now Kelly has done a few acting gigs and everything like that, but she's known as a singer. And the Today Show is pretty diverse. So I'm not saying that this is racial. I just thought about that, the lack of care and quality sometimes you get as a black woman entertainer. But there are other women of color, as they say, on the Today Show and everything like that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how bad it was for her to walk off, but it says that Rita Ora seemingly confirms that she was asked to step in and co host again today after Kelly Rowland left due to an issue with her dressing room. According to page six, Kelly walked off of the set Thursday morning after she thought her dressing room just wasn't up to par. It says that Kelly Rowland appeared on the 8 a.m. hour of today to discuss and promote her new film, Mia Culpa. She was reportedly expected to be a guest host on the Today with Huda and Jenna and fill in for Jenna Bush Hager. However, that didn't happen. Kelly and her team allegedly inquired about a green room that was upstairs. However, it was already occupied by Jennifer Lopez at the time, who was there to promote her latest project. Sources tell Page Six that producers offered Kelly and her team several other options, including multiple talent dressing rooms and some much larger utility makeup and hair areas, but they weren't happy with it, so they walked and left. Thankfully, Rita Ora was on set at the time and was able to step in for Kelly at the last minute. She took to social media after her hosting gig and thanked Ahoda, and Jenna for the opportunity. Look, this doesn't look good for Kelly. This doesn't look good for her in the world of being a professional. Sometimes you have to suck things up. Now, look, I don't know how bad the conditions were. I'm thinking, how big was the check that you were going to get? Were they going to pay you really well? Was it that serious just to be there for one day, just to host, just for one day, do the job and get your check? Um, but everyone is different. Everyone is different. Some people feel, look, I know my worth, and I agree. I feel that way too, but I have a job still to do. And sometimes things just are not always perfect. And I can understand when you reach a certain level of success, you want a good dressing room. I've heard the rumors for years of so-called divas, certain requests that celebrity women have. I won't say names. I've heard of certain women saying, my Skittles have to be separated, red Skittles, blue Skittles, green Skittles. I will only have my water at this certain room temperature. Everything has to be white in the room. So you get different requests. And, what can you say? I feel like this might hurt her possibly when it comes to hosting again. Will companies think, well, if she comes in and she doesn't think that it's on her level, is she going to walk off the last minute and jeopardize our show? We have a show to run. I don't know. But there are a lot of different opinions about it. I'm looking in at the comment section right here. Okay, I'm not going to diss Kelly on the internet. My mama taught me better than that. If Kelly didn't like the dressing room, then I didn't like the dressing. Bye, wig. Okay. And Kelly still hasn't uttered a word, and she doesn't have to. Whatever happened, her reaction was justified. Yeah, maybe something happened behind the scenes we don't know of where it was more serious than just the room. Things like that happen all the time, but usually is kept hush hush. I don't know. Shaking my head, these establishments always feel like Black women should be grateful for crumbs and crumb behavior. And that's why I mentioned Monique and stuff, true as well. But I wasn't there. I don't know how bad it was. Okay, let's see. We don't care if Kelly wants the whole backstage. Give it to her. Y'all always want to play innocent when it comes to Black women. We don't have to accept the bare minimum. Y'all should have gave that little room to J-Lo. Kelly said, play with someone else. I don't care what happened. I'm standing with Kelly. Good for you, Rita, but we definitely are team Kelly over here. If she said it wasn't up to par, then it wasn't up to par. When I can tell you this put Rita Ora back in the spotlight a little bit, doing that as well. I just hope that everything works out. I hope that, this doesn't hurt Kelly in her professional life. Because sometimes things are overblown when you're a Black woman and they might say, Kelly Rowland has never been known for a bad attitude. Kelly Rowland has always been known as really sweet and laid back. I've never heard one bad thing about her on average. So, let's hope that this doesn't tarnish her or hurt her professionally again. Again, we weren't there to know the conditions of the room and how it looked, you know. Okay. So let me get this straight. You asked Kelly Rowland to co-host the entire show, gave her and her glam team a subpar room, but gave Jennifer Lopez a guest with that, what I imagine was a 2-minute segment for the works. I love both women, but someone dropped the ball. I'm going to be very honest. Jennifer Lopez is and is considered a much bigger star than Kelly. That is facts. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I like both of some of their music. I think they're both beautiful. But in all reality, in life, whether you are a celebrity or not, people will give you certain things based on the level that they feel you're on. Like you get more money if you have a master's versus an associate degree. That's a great example. Do I think it's fair? No. I wouldn't want Kelly to get a crappy room, just crap and nothing to drink. She's Kelly Rowland. She has made a name for herself. So, you want to be treated with respect and shown that respect. So I understand that. So some people, again, feel differently about it. Bethany Frankel, she blasts Kelly Rowland and she said that she has diva. What did I say? Diva expectations. I knew that word would come around. Okay, on the Today Show, it says that she's defending Today, blasting Kelly Rowland for reportedly bailing on co-hosting the show because her dressing room, again, wasn't up to par. Now, Bethany Frankel, some of you know who she is from the Real Housewives series. She became very successful, I think, with some sort of cookbook or something, making millions of dollars. So I respect her as a businesswoman, what she's been able to do. And she feels like Kelly was being a diva. I feel like if we don't know how bad the room was and we don't know all of what happened behind the scenes, you can't. Kelly has never been known for this at all, And I'm not going to make this race about being racism. I'm actually irritated. Everything is not always racism. Not all the time, but I'm not ignorant to the fact sometimes, things we do get overblown. It does happen. Okay. So Bethany Frankel feels like Kelly was being a diva. Dear Bethany, says one person, read the room, particularly one where we're celebrating Black History Month. Just stop it. No one's kissing your A's because it's Black History Month. And I'm Black saying it. Stop it. Okay? This is why some people don't like some of y'all. I'm going off subject. I see some Black women online who want so much protection. You're making purses saying protect Black women. You want everybody to protect you and do this and that. But yeah, you don't want to be people's friends either. You make everything about race. You make everything racist. You make people uncomfortable. You're always making stuff with tension, making it racial. Sometimes it's something just called being a bee. Sometimes it's people don't get along. Sometimes people can be wrong. Sometimes people can be a diva. It's not always racism. And yes, I have experienced racism. And yes, I can peep racism quick like a lot of Black people. I don't want you to think that I'm one of these type of Black people who just say, oh, it didn't happen. Just sweep it under the rug. It can't be. Oh, no, I don't feel like that at all, because it does exist. And sometimes we can be viewed differently and treated harsher versus someone else. I'm not dismissing that, but I also have been noticing that every time somebody not Black says something with a different opinion than you, or has an issue with your character or something they don't like, you immediately jump to racism and try to ruin a whole person's life and career. But you can get online and say things about, do the same damn thing. I'm tired of the hypocrisy, and I'm tired of everything stirring racial tension and hatred between people constantly just because you have a disagreement in opinions. It's not always racism or as deep all the time. And I'm not just talking about the Kelly thing. You know, I heard about that guy talking about Beyonce peeing on the tree as a dog or something because he felt she was effing up country or something with her song. It sucked to him. Now they're trying to ruin the man and say he's racist. I'm like, so no one can say anything to you? No one can, everybody got to like you and they can't say nothing. Let's say it's always racism. If he called her a frog, you would have said it was racism. If he called her a roly-poly, you would have said it's racism. No one can say nothing. It's almost like the whole thing with Obama. He's president. Don't critique him. Don't say anything. If you do, you're racist. But you want to be on an equal playing field, but no one can y'all can't go toe to toe with each other. You have to be held with special gloves constantly. Like you're really incapable of fighting. I don't know, Lord, my mind is starting to race. But I just had to get that out. I will say that I am against racism of any kind, microaggressions, Black women being treated unfairly. And I will call out anybody who is racist. And I'm mature enough to apologize if I'm ever wrong on some of my opinions as well. But these are just certain things that just irritate the hell out of me. You know, I can't say I wasn't there. I don't know how bad the room was. Everyone is different. Everybody would have handled it differently. You know, if it was me, I might complain and maybe not come back to the show. But if my check was looking right to do it, I would just suck it up and do it and get my money and let them know I'm not coming back to co-host if you don't step it up next time. You know, I have to think about my career and my relationships with people and everything like that. But I do feel I don't have to take crumbs and be disrespected just because I'm a Black woman and you expect me to versus someone else. Also, to think that Kelly Rowland and J-Lo are on the same level as far as a career is insanity. I'm going to need you to stop. Okay? So let's see more to this. And I know I'm ruffling some feathers out there because not everybody can take the truth or my truth. I'm not a sheep. I will not tell you what you want to hear all the time. It's my opinion, how I feel. Okay. So Marlon Wayne said, stop it with these false narratives. I've worked with Kelly Rowland as a star/producer. I will honestly say she is nothing short of amazing, sweet, kind, professional, on time, great energy, impeccable manners, and professionalism. She was nice to everyone on set, not a diva moment. Stuff happens in Hollywood. Get both sides of the story before you castrate anyone's legends. Love this woman. Stop the BS. This woman was nothing short of humble and a loving queen, period. Yeah, and like I said, I've never heard anything bad about Kelly before in my life. Most people usually say good things about her. Okay. Okay. So this is the last article. Again, Rita Ora confirmed that she was asked to co host the Today Show seconds after Kelly walked off set. She said, I had 2 minutes to prepare. So I see two things happening. I don't want Kelly's reputation to be tainted. I want her to still be able to get work hosting and everything like that in the industry. And I also see this helping Rita Ora's reputation and maybe getting more work now that she's been put in the spotlight from this. Excuse me, my throat. Okay. So just hopefully everything works out with this situation. Okay. It says, according to page 6, the dispute happened due to a dressing room arrangement that wasn't up to par again with her standards, and her team asked production for accommodation for an accommodating size dressing room. But upon arrival was told another star was in the room. So they walked off set again. Rita Ora, again, thanked the show for inviting her to host. And again, she had 2 minutes. Okay, someone said this is an unpopular opinion. This has nothing to do with race. Jennifer Lopez is a bigger star. What did I just say? I haven't even read this. And what did I say? So they prioritize her accommodations. Stop trying to make Kelly Rowland look bad. We stand with her. You know, J-Lo is not a bigger star than Kelly. Argue with your dog. You are lying to yourself. You are lying to yourself. Just stop. Okay. That doesn't mean she doesn't have quality music. We're just talking as far as popularity, numbers, number one hits, award show appearances and performances, the magazines and blogs. I'm going to need you to stop. But Kelly is a star and she's beautiful. And she has some good songs. I like her song she did, Can't Nobody Do It Like Me. And that's way before Motivation, but it was a big hit in England. She's very popular in the UK. Okay. So let's go to the next story. Many of us know who Selena Quintanilla, who she is, who she was. It's unfortunate how so many people did find out about her outside of the Mexican and Mexican American community. Some of you were familiar with her already. She is the queen of Tejano music. Her life was taken from her at just 23 years old. We often compare her and Aaliyah, close to the same age, tragically taken from us, had hit after hit after hit, accomplished so much in their career. Selena, okay, she was born already here in America. Spanish was not her first language, but her father taught her Spanish. He used to be in a music group, so he trained Selena. They started a group with the family, and they built the career, Selena's career, her family's career. She had an incredible voice, and she became the queen of Tejano music. She went through so much diversity, and she ended up dominating the charts and doing what male singers were not even doing in the genre. And she was working on her album, considered the crossover album, basically mainstream, aka all of America she was going to be a superstar. Now, she was already a superstar already. Let's say a megastar. She completed a lot of her songs. We know Dreaming of You. I could fall in love with you. It's beautiful. Her voice was beautiful. She didn't even get to complete a lot of the music videos. It was horrible what happened. Basically, Yolanda Saldivar is in jail. Yolanda was working for Selena. She was best friends with Selena. She was president, I think, of her fan club. And basically, Selena's father found out that she was stealing from the company. And she had an obsession with Selena. She was stealing from the company, so they fired her. All we know is that her and Selena met up at the hotel to discuss what was going on. And Selena ended up getting, I can't say a certain word, Yolanda murked Selena. She took out the GUN and did you know what in the back. In her back. Selena was running throughout the hotel, and before she passed away, she said it was Yolanda. Yolanda is in jail, as she should be, for what she did to Selena. Shocked the whole community. She won a Grammy. You know, she's a Grammy award winning singer. It was shocking. I remember as a little girl, when I was in a city, I saw everybody wearing Selena t-shirts, but I was a little girl. I didn't know who Selena was at the time. And I asked somebody, I said, who is this? I said, who is this? Everybody has her t-shirt on. What's going on? Like, who is this? And you know, and it was Selena. This was around the time she passed, but I didn't know at the time because I was still, you know, little myself. But I vividly remember everybody wearing the Selena t-shirt. So of course, this was around the time when she passed away. Yolanda, there was a standoff. Yolanda tried to take her life or wanted to. She's in jail. She's been in jail, but they're actually considering letting her out of prison in 2025, I believe. And everyone is saying absolutely not. She needs to stay in there. Not only that, but if she gets out, she is not safe on these streets. There are a lot of people who love Selena and want street justice for Selena, what she did to her. You know, Selena's legacy has stood the test of time, standing strong even as I speak. Selena is like Princess Diana, Aaliyah, Princess Diana, Selena. You know, she was beautiful. She was talented. She had an amazing voice. And it pisses so many people off because she was literally about to just start the mega crossover album for everybody in this country. Everybody knows she was going to be a bigger star than what she already was. So now Yolanda had the audacity to say just the other day, it's time to set the record straight. Selena had secrets, and it's not what it seems. She says, I never intended to harm Selena. I'm so sorry she's gone. I said it in my shorts video. First of all, what does it matter if Selena has secrets like anybody else? At the end of the day, Yolanda, how can you explain to the public why you showed up to meet Selena alone in a room and you had a gun? You had that. You shot Selena. I said a certain word. I hope that it doesn't affect my video. Okay? You took Selena out. Why would you come to discuss you stealing company money and bring a weapon? Selena wasn't armed. 23 years old, young woman, has her whole future ahead of her, on the rise with her career. And you come to the hotel to talk to her, and her back, you murked her in her back, meaning she wasn't even turned towards you. You reached in your pocket full of rage and anger, and you took it out, and you took Selena out. That is what happened. How else could you explain it? You got emotional and said, oh, let me get it out of my pocket, and then take her out as she's running away. You got her in her back. Come on. No one's buying it. Maybe you were emotional. She claims she was afraid of her father. Okay, I can believe that because you got caught stealing money and you were going to go to prison, or something might happen. Not necessarily he might hurt you, but once you were in the room, Selena was alone with you, talking to you. Y'all were arguing. You got emotional. You were the one who pulled out the weapon while Selena was unarmed and her back was turned to you, and you let it go. Or maybe it even went off by accident, possibly. But the point is, you reached in your pocket and you took it out. You took it out and you had it towards her or in her vicinity. That in itself shows you, what are you going to say? It was temporary insanity or something? Or I just got really upset and I lost my temper and I yanked the weapon out and it accidentally went off. Yeah, we don't know. What we do know is that she was unarmed. Her back was turned. Even a police officer gets in trouble it's a crime to murk somebody in their back because it's a dead giveaway that their back was turned to you, that they weren't the aggressor. So it says again that she's serving a life sentence, but they are considering parole for her. And I don't see that happening. And even if it did, I don't see her being safe on the street. You know, maybe her family might want vengeance still for what happened. I mean, she wasn't even married that long. She didn't get to have children. You know, her whole career destroyed by that woman, her whole life destroyed, everything, her family destroyed. So let me see what's being said in the comments. Okay. Be quiet, Yolanda. You're the reason the world lost the queen. Don't watch her Oxygen interview. Boycott it. We don't care what she has to say. Okay. I watched the Secret special this past weekend. And after she did what she did to Selena, she walked out of the door and pointed the gun at her again and said the B word. She called Selena a B, but she didn't mean to hurt her. Right. This series was a waste of 2 hours. You're sorry you got caught. Then what did you intend to do, especially with the gun you had in your possession? Thank you again. So, Yolanda, no one, you have to live with what you did. The world hasn't forgotten what happened to Selena, and you're reminded of that every single day as you sit in prison. And maybe she does replay in her mind what happened that day. Maybe she does regret it. Things like that happen, but you can't bring Selena back. Selena's life is gone forever. Not her family, her husband of that time, her massive fans, the new fans that she gained. And she was just 23. I mean, this is just terrible. Ain't nobody trying to hear what that lady has to say. Girl, bye. Exactly. So let's go to the next story. I just want to show you this clip real quick because there are so many uneducated Black people, especially, who don't understand how this is a serious problem. It says, do you share a toothbrush with your partner? Now look at this. I'll stick my whole tongue in their rectum and wiggle it around. Oh, that's disgusting. But this is where I draw the line. Now look at this. He's brushing his teeth, right? And she takes the toothbrush and she sticks it in her mouth to brush her teeth. Now let me educate you on why you don't do things like this. Ladies, a lot of times when people brush their teeth, sometimes your gums can bleed. That often happens to a lot of people. If your boyfriend has not been tested for HIV and his gums are bleeding when he brushes his teeth and you take that toothbrush and he might have open sores that he doesn't even see, or you in your mouth, and you take that toothbrush out of that man's mouth that has blood on it that you might not be able to see, because that happens to a hell of a lot of people when they brush their teeth. Now you stick the toothbrush in your mouth with his blood that has HIV that hasn't been tested. You don't even know. And now you have his blood, his saliva with blood, brushing your teeth and your gums start bleeding. And now the germs and the blood goes in your open gums and your open sores, and bam, you get HIV. You would be shocked how many people don't understand or don't think that's possible. You never share a toothbrush. I used my husband's on accident once and I had a panic attack. Mid-brush is insane. I'll take the rectum lick though, not that. Do you not share straws with your partner? Do you not make out with your partner? Do you not put their private parts in your mouth? This is the same thing. Excuse me. Yes, there are things that can happen from that, but brushing the gums and the teeth, there's a lot of bleeding that happens to a lot of people. Blood, blood, blood. I'm going to need you to stop. This is a health code violation. Thank you. Not only that, but no, I don't want to share my toothbrush. That's just no. Unless there was some dire emergency or something, or if it happened on accident, you know? Okay. I don't know. I let my dude spit in my mouth. No, I don't want you spitting in my mouth. Unless only spit is acceptable is when I'm tongue kissing you. But not, holding my mouth open and spitting in my mouth. That's disgusting to me and disrespectful. Okay. It's different. A tongue kiss and all that is different. It's just different. Now, apparently Portia from the Housewives of Atlanta, her husband, is in a little bit of some He's having a little bit of an issue. This is Sima. I always kind of mess up his name. I think it's Gutabada. I'm sorry, Simon, if I messed it up. It says that the court grants U.S. citizenship and immigration services motion to dismiss Simon Gutabada's request to vacate his denial for citizenship. So apparently there's something going on. Something going on. It says that he won't be a U.S. citizen anytime soon. Court documents show that his request to vacate an earlier decision by USCIS to deny him citizenship was dismissed. The documents show that he was denied citizenship in the United States in July of 2022 due to past run-ins with the law. Details of the case actually surfaced just days after Portia announced her return to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay, it also says it says federal immigration judge has denied her husband U.S. citizenship due to a long criminal record involving fraud and multiple felonies, alongside a past riddled with scams and false identity. Now, this just shocked me hearing this because I know he's a successful businessman. I never heard anything about scams and false identities. Um, it says that Portia's African prince, her husband, Simon Gutabita, is a royal scammer. Court documents reveal his appeal to become a U.S. citizen again has been denied. It was revealed that the alleged billionaire is a scammer with a past riddled with lies, false identities, false marriages, and so on. I don't know how, I don't know Portia, how it seems she may not have lucked up. But okay, so he's close to almost a billionaire. I mean, I know he's very well off. I thought he was doing something with oil or something, some type of business, legit business. It said that he has false identities, false marriages, false scams, and all of this. Now, I know African men. I don't know if he's Nigerian. He might be Nigerian. Nigerians have a huge reputation for scamming. You know, it's often a joke, don't get with an African Nigerian man. He's going to steal you for a green card or take all your money. But Simon, I mean, is an established man. He has millions of dollars, and that doesn't mean that millionaires don't steal and don't do shady things. So now the truth is coming to light regarding Simon. And what happens if he can't get his citizenship? I mean, Portia is married to him. Now, they don't have any children. I don't know if Portia is working on having children with him, what she wants to do. Um, but hopefully they get that worked out, because it's terrible for your man to be sent back to Africa and you live over here. I mean, it wouldn't work. A marriage like that wouldn't work. So, I mean, he has a lot of money. People do pay off people to get documents and things done for him. Hopefully he works that out, and hopefully everything works out for Portia. Okay, someone said, we don't care. He treats Portia like a queen. Let's wrap this up tomorrow. If you think the Africans are scamming, wait until you find out what the Mexicans and Asians are doing. Well, look, organized crime does not discriminate. A lot of people do a lot of stuff. Like a true Nigerian. Okay, so he is Nigerian. I'm not 100% sure. Okay. He is Nigerian. Very few Nigerians are making it big outside of their country without engaging in fraud. But these girls want a good life until the police break down their doors at midnight. Those Nigerians don't F around. So he hasn't scammed anyone since 1987. That was roughly 38 years ago. Give that man his citizenship. Someone said, like a true Nigerian. Portia is a green card wife. How much your husband pay you? Look, I'll never hate on Portia for getting married. I mean, he's not bad looking. He's successful. He's always shown respect to her, and I just hope everything works out. Everyone sometimes has a past, sometimes, not everybody, but it happens a lot. People make mistakes in life. It's true, and you learn from them and you can move on, and he has a legit business now, I think. So, hopefully everything works out. Okay, so now a lot of you Rihanna fans are going to be really happy to hear about this. ASAP Rocky has confirmed that Rihanna is currently working on her ninth album. And I don't know about you, but I love Rihanna's music. Rihanna has some of the best music, a lot of hits. I know some of you watched her Super Bowl performance. She makes a lot of music you can dance to. To me, she has a lot of classic songs in my opinion. And I know that this album is going to be good. I know that she had her child and she's still possibly might work on having even more children. But her fans have been asking, we want more music. We want more music. And she's going to bring more music. It says that when ASAP Rocky was seen in Paris last night, a fan requested him to inquire about the album release from Rihanna. And he said she's currently working on it. So we shall see what Rihanna brings. You know, usually a lot of artists, they get a little bit older and sometimes their music changes. They might have a different type of album, a different sound, maybe more love ballads. Making an album has to be exciting. You know, collaborations with people you never thought they would make music with, a different sound, like Beyonce is trying to maybe do country. Rihanna to me has a lot of dance songs that I love, maybe electronica dance songs, a little bit of R&B and Caribbean. Who knows what she might do with this album? Maybe she'll give us some more love ballads or something. What I do know is that Rihanna usually puts out good stuff, good music. I can honestly say that, her music usually is really good. Come here, rude boy, boy. I like rude boy. Um, oh my God, Disturbia. You needed me. We Found Love is one of my favorite songs. It means a lot to me. We found love in a hopeless place. I really love you, ooh, ooh, you with I think Calvin Harris or something. I love you. We Found Love is one of my top favorite songs, period, from her. Work, one of my favorite songs. Umbrella, just a lot of them. Okay. If it's loving that you want, you should make me your girl. A lot of stuff, a lot of stuff. We Found Love, I bring that up again. It just means a lot. A very special song to me and I love it. So I'm hoping she surprises us with something, maybe something a little bit even different. I can't wait to see what her look will be. She's known for trying out different looks for her album. Maybe it might be something more mature. She's a mother now. She's still sexy, and I don't know. We shall see what she does. I can't wait to see if she has any special collaborations and stuff. So I would love to know what songwriter she's working with. Will she be writing any of the music herself? You don't know, but I guarantee it's probably going to be really good. Okay, and speaking of Rihanna, I ran across this and just wanted to share this with you. This was about Aaliyah and Aaliyah's influence in music, and someone used Rihanna as an example. Just certain things they saw Rihanna wear that reminded them of Aaliyah. This was definitely Aaliyah's influence in some type of way. It says I feel like Rihanna is the Caribbean Aaliyah style wise. I love Aaliyah and Rihanna's fashion sense. I'm definitely gonna step up my fashion game once I save up a little bit. So let's look. I love these pants from More Than a Woman. More than a woman, more than enough for you. Aaliyah, one of Aaliyah's, from her last album before she passed away. And look at the pants. Now is it the same? It's not exactly the same, but it's very similar. So the pants, the crop top, is giving the Aaliyah vibes. Okay, let's see. Okay, my favorite. I told you this is one of my top favorite Aaliyah outfits. The army camouflage, the red army pants, the fishnet top, the red lip, the hair. But Rihanna wore a crop top and she wore the army pants. Hers is gray, white, and black. Aaliyah's, I mean, it's baggy. I can see a little bit of Aaliyah, the influence right there. Okay, we have Okay, Aaliyah wore the all black dress with a diamond necklace with her hair. It looks like Rihanna's dress is a little bit velvet. I wouldn't necessarily say it's copying Aaliyah or being, I mean, a black dress. Every woman has to have a black dress, but the diamond necklace. Okay, but I definitely see the first two pictures. Okay, right here. Okay. Okay, the backwards hat, the crop jean type of jumpsuit top, the pants. Okay, this is definitely a little bit of the Aaliyah look right here. Rihanna changed it up a little bit, but I see it. I see it. Okay. We have the army again, the camouflage, Aaliyah with the olive green and black, Rihanna with the olive green and black, the oversized coat, the baggy pants. Just a little bit, yeah, the headscarf, except her headscarf isn't the army camouflage. But I see it right there. Okay. Oh, I love this. I love the hat. The hat is just so cute. Okay, the pink fluffy hat is sort of like a Kango hat in a way. Aaliyah, the pink fluffy hat. Rihanna's is a little bit more fluffier, but a pink cami, the pink cami. I see a little bit of it. I see it. I see it. Okay. So Rihanna definitely was influenced by Aaliyah, and it's really cute and beautiful. If some of these outfits were inspired by Aaliyah, keeping her legacy alive and adding Rihanna's little twist to the outfits as well. So I thought this was really cute. Okay. And speaking of Rihanna, Chris Brown has been in the news because let's have an honest discussion real quick. Do you forgive Chris Brown? The photos we saw of what he did to Rihanna's face, I don't have the photo right now, but you can look it up online. It was horrific. That man, yeah, he was young, but he wasn't a child. He wasn't a child. He was still a young man, still young, but still fully aware of what an ass kicking is. We all know. Come on. And he beat Rihanna really bad. Her face, her lip was busted and swollen. She had marks on her forehead. It was bad. It was bad. I don't know what happened in that car. I don't know what caused it. At the end of the day, it's no excuse for him to put hands on her like that. I've heard rumors of what caused it. Another woman, certain other stuff, all types of stuff I heard. What I do know is he bit her. He bit her. After beating her, bit her like an animal and busted her up. He busted Rihanna's face up, and it's not acceptable. It just isn't. There was a whole needed discussion about it. It was horrible when you saw her face. And it was years ago. It's true, it was years ago. He apologized about it, but I heard rumors about abuse with Karrueche. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if he stopped. I had made a not necessarily a good joke when I said Chris is from Virginia, and men in Virginia are known for whooping women's A. And men in South Carolina are known for whooping A. I'm just saying. And Chris Brown, his career has been sort of destroyed. And I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be so honest with you right now. Chris Brown makes amazing music. Not everything, but he got a lot of songs that is amazing. That I can be honest, if you ask me, do you like that song? Yes, I like it. It's a really good song. Talented as far as what's out these days. Yes, Chris Brown has a lot of good songs. And I'm not going to deny that despite what happened with Rihanna. But no one can forget what happened. No one can forget what happened. And it says, okay, so Chris Brown was not invited to perform at some sort of event because of a sponsorship. Maybe someone who didn't want to work with him in the past that was involved, that like, absolutely not. We don't work with him. He's not good for our brand. We don't support men who have beaten women. Okay. And people are bringing it up. Chris Brown said, look, I made a mistake. It was years ago. I'm tired of it. You won't leave me alone about it. And when it happened, Chris Brown might have been maybe 19 or 20. I'm not sure, around that age. He's a father now. Years have gone by. He hasn't been on the news, as I'm sure you wouldn't be after beating Rihanna like that. Do it again, you know. But his career has been tarnished a little bit from it. It has been. And the conversation has come up. Is it time for the Black community especially, and people in period, to forgive Chris Brown, to let it go? Rihanna has moved on. He apologized about it. It happened. and his career doesn't deserve to be destroyed anymore? Is it time to stop sticking this on him? Can people be forgiven? Okay, that is the question. It's okay. So, female Kanye, I'm not sure who this woman is. I think she's a rapper or a singer or on reality TV. She says Chris Brown was 18 years old, okay, when he made his mistake. He has apologized several times and is still being punished a decade later. But what can you, but okay, a decade later, but you guys can never do is discredit him as an artist. He is an icon, a legend, a prodigy in the industry. There's no other artist like Chris. Well, before Chris, it was R. Kelly. Chris is not 100%. He does have some R&B songs, like the song he did with Normani, "Warm Embrace," was freaking beautiful. It was beautiful, and I can't lie about it. It's a beautiful song, a beautiful video. Chris has also been in controversy in the Black community because of the comments he made that he does like, I believe, a certain hair texture, what he likes, or because he often doesn't date Black women of a certain skin shade or phenotypes. So he has his preference, it seems, in dating. So that bothers some Black women, and they don't really like him like that. They think when he does have like a certain Black woman in his video, is he pandering or anything? Or I think he might have said before he wasn't Black or something. All types of stuff. Chris is an African American from Virginia. Okay. There are millions of them that look like him in that area, in the DMV area. For those who have questioned, like, what? He's African American. Okay. And if you have any mixed ancestry, a number of us do, that's not uncommon. It's not some uncommon thing here. And whether it's recent, in the middle, or in the slave days, I mean, it's different all over, especially in certain regions that you go to. DMV area has millions of Chris Browns that are African American that look like him, and even more mixed than what you think. Okay. So anyway, Chris Brown, I won't deny that he has some songs that I do like. And I don't believe in always making somebody pay forever, because most of you might have had something in your life that you did that was stupid that you would want to be forgiven for, but kicking a woman's butt is not a little thing. Men who beat women is one of the worst things you can do besides raping a woman. I mean, you hear a woman screaming and crying and you're still busting her eye and her lip, beating her up in the forehead, then you bite her. I mean, damn. I don't know what was so serious for him to give her that kind of butt whooping in that car. And it had to be serious. He wasn't thinking, this is Rihanna, that we are celebrities. This is going to be, you know, but, and I know he grew up around abuse in his home, and Rihanna also saw it, but they're public figures. I mean, they're not, it made the news. This was a big deal. And I would be honest, once you find out a man has put hands on a woman and you date him, I was shocked women were still willing to date him, to be honest, because I would be scared he gonna beat me, or he might go off and try to beat me. I heard a few rumors regarding Karuchi, but it stuff like that sticks with you, beating women. It just does. And but it has been years. He's much older now. He has children now. He still doesn't act all that right, but what do you, this is a question. This is a question for you, the public. Are you ready? Do you want to forgive Chris Brown? Do you think Chris Brown should be forgiven and that his career should not be stalled and tainted anymore for what he did to Rihanna? Do you think it's time to forgive it and not pretend it didn't happen? Never bring it up, because that's something that will be brung up, but embrace him again, basically. I want to know your opinion. Let me know in the comments section how you feel. Do you feel companies should still shun him, not work with him, uninvite him to certain things, not be associated with him because of what he did when he beat the brakes off of her? I can't imagine that type of beating, but it happened, and It did happen years ago. And do you feel it's time to forgive Chris Brown? Let me know in the comment section. This story right here just made me kind of laugh. Coy Lee Ray, that's Benzino's daughter. She says, I don't understand this generation. They can't cook. I want my food cooked on the stove, not in an not in an air fryer. And I actually have an air fryer, but I've never used it. I'm actually kind of excited. I'm excited to use my air fryer because I've never used such a thing before to cook food. And I heard it's healthier. I don't know, but I can cook on the stove and I'll use the air fryer. But she said it says that Lee Ray is surprised that many people in our generation lack cooking skills. She doesn't want what you're making in the air fryer. She says, use real pans, play some 2000s R&B music, getting down cooking in the kitchen. She says she prefers her food cooked on the stove again, regardless of how innovative the air fryer may be. And I agree, you got to know how to still cook because look, a lot of restaurants cannot cook no more. A lot of soul food restaurants have gone down something serious. That's why my cornbread recipe is one of the top cornbread Jiffy recipes on here on YouTube. The best damn Jiffy cornbread. And everybody loves it because it tastes like the cornbread you grew up with, the real cornbread. A lot of people from all ethnicities are losing their skills. I like food from all cultures, and I'm telling you, a lot of them cannot cook no more in these stores. I don't know what is going on. I don't know. I do not know if their grandmas and mamas stopped passing recipes down. I don't know if they grew up only eating like noodles or something. Girl, cup of noodles and stuff or ravioli. No, you got to learn. We have way too many videos and cookbooks around for us not to kind of learn how to really cook for real. I'm always experimenting cooking. I shared a recipe in my community section, and I agree. We can't live off air fryers. Now, I'm not against eating some air fryer food. I'm excited about it again, but you still got to know how to cook on the stove. Come on, both women and men, both. Okay, but let me know in the comment section, do you have an air fryer? And does the food taste really good? Is it dry? I've always wondered, does the food come out dry from the air fryer? So let us know. Let us know. This story, I just heard about this story just the other day and I was blown out and I couldn't believe it. It says that a Memphis esthetician is being investigated by the Memphis Police Department and Child Protective Services, because she had her young child perform Brazilian waxes on over 20 women. She had her little girl putting wax on grown women's vaginas to wax their vaginas. Her little daughter. First of all, it's not safe because if those women have certain things going on down there as far as not health-wise, your little girl children put fingers in their mouth. They do all types of stuff. Now, we're women, like if a little girl sees another vagina, well, she has a vagina just like me. I don't consider, she saw another woman's vagina. Okay, she has a vagina too. I mean, especially if I'm her mother, she can see me naked. I'm her mother. I don't see a big thing with that, but I'm not going to have you waxing other women's vaginas. I'm not having that. I'm sorry. Now, I can tell you about my job and how it's done. And as you get older, we can put you in esthetician school and I'll teach you the tips. And when you get older, maybe you can watch and learn how to do it. But as a baby, no, that's not safe. And that's just not right. She can mess up those women's vaginas. She's a child. What if she put the wax too deep in somewhere and mess it up? No, I don't know if it was supervised and all that other stuff, but it says the Memphis esthetician is being investigated again. Okay, let's see more of what they're saying. Okay. It says the Memphis Police Department Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force has been made aware of images that is on social media of a minor performing a wax on a nude female. A joint investigation is underway by the MPD and the Department of Children's Services. Why would you put that on social media? You wouldn't think that people wouldn't look into that or think anything when you have a child performing a Brazilian wax. Something that has to do with the health department, a vagina. Okay, so that's a little picture of her, the little girl. Okay, it says, when I say I'm passing down deeds and LLCs to my creations, this is what it is. So she's very proud, like, yeah, I'm passing down deeds and LLCs. She did her thing today, she said. She helped me wax 24 clients from 7:25 to 5 p.m. She made a total of $744, and I'm going to put the money towards whatever her future dreams are. That's a beautiful thing. I understand you want your daughter to know what to do, but you can't. You got your daughter waxing other women's vaginas and she's a child? Not only that, the women allowed it. I'm telling you, if I went to a professional place to get waxed, my vagina wax, and you told me I'm going to have my little baby do it, I'm going to tell you I'm walking out because I'm thinking this is not professional. You're not having a child perform something dangerous like that. Putting wax on my vagina area and waxing me is dangerous. If she puts the wax too far or on the wrong area and all of that, and I don't want that little girl touching me down there, you know? Not only that, but if you're going to do that, why on earth would you put it on social media? You know, anything involving children is dangerous. And she thought she was doing something great, and now she's being investigated. She might end up in jail or something for it. Okay, somebody said, y'all are grown women. You spread your legs for a child. This is sickening. Arrest them all. She could have been doing underarms or legs at least, but coochies is crazy. It's the fact that the customers allowed this to happen. It was probably a hater that reported her, and she didn't even do that. Okay. Are we not concerned with the women that allowed this to happen? How can you spread your legs and let a child do something while the spread is low down, is disgusting. I know she meant well, but when you're a grown woman, you got to be smarter than that. Okay, so that is it for the news for today. I thank you all for joining me. Please make sure you hit the bell for all notifications again. If you decide to subscribe so you know when I'm live and when I upload my videos, please get the likes up because it does affect the algorithm. And I will be reading the comments below. I want to know what you think about all of these stories. And I will be talking to you all very soon again. You all take care. Bye.